This is the official post-event press conference for EFC 65, live from Carnival City, Johannesburg, South Africa.
That was a really fun night of fights. Well done to all these athletes, and thank you to all the fans that came out to support them. We got lots of bonuses going out. Performance bonuses awarded to BK and Magno. That was a great fight. Gavin Hughes and Dion Bunning, also a great fight. Fight of the night is a catchweight clash with Umpi Sebeko and Faiz Jacobs. Additional bonuses, Wade Crispay, Francois Kundari, Luke Michael, and Champion Delcha.
Cara, it was a great event, but I've got to ask you about the title fight, that first round. Do you think it should have been stopped, and would you entertain a rematch?
Difficult for me to say. It did take quite a lot of shots there. Obviously, Champion's not here yet. He is still with our medical team. But it'll be better to ask Champion and Stuart themselves on that stoppage. But look, I'd love to. It was a close fight, but Champion did win it. But yeah, I'm not saying no to a rematch in the future.
PK, congrats on one of the best performances I've ever seen. You're currently 4-0 now. Do you feel you're ready for a title shot?
I believe I'm the best flyweight in the division, so I think I'm ready for the title shot.
This next question is for Nico Yamji. Nico, unlucky on the results tonight, but you came in on short notice and you went the full distance with an excellent boxer. Taken away from the decision, how was your performance? How do you feel?
First of all, I feel very good. I took the fight from the short notice because I'm always ready. I'm training every day. My coach always pushes me. And I have to say thanks to my coach to push me every time like that. Thanks to all my fans who support me. Thanks.
Right, next question is for Dion. Dion, Gavin, congratulations. Great fight. But Dion, I actually can't wait to see you shave that beard off, because the chin underneath that beard's got to be the size of, I don't know. You took a hell of a lot of shots. How do you feel coming out of that fight?
Annoyed. That's my only response. For the shots were what they were, but for me, the biggest problem was my knee. I came into this fight with a damaged MCL. I thought I was okay, but I feel like I had the opportunity to finish the fight, and I didn't. And yeah, congratulations to him for sticking around and putting on a good performance.
Question for Boyd Allen. First off, it's been a long time, Boyd. Welcome back to the EFC. Welcome back to the Hexagon. It's very good to have you back. Let's talk a little bit about the fight. Obviously, you were back to your old game plan. You looked fantastic. The striking was good. How did it feel to be back? And do you feel like you want a title shot? Do you feel like that's in your future? Would you like to have a shot at Iga?
Yeah, I was definitely happy to be back. It's been a long time. I felt a little bit rusty. It took me a while to find my range, and Callum's a great opponent. He's going to give a lot of guys a hard time in this organization. And yeah, I think a shot at the title is definitely up next. And I felt comfortable with my weight cut to feather. That's what I battled with previously, but we've got Rory Diesel helping us with that, and he's a genius. So yeah, that's definitely on the horizon.
You look amazing!
Thanks, guys.
My question is for Magno Alves. Magno, do you feel you underestimated BK's striking at all?
Você sente que subestimento o boxer de BK? Pensaste que ele era mais pequeno ou o quê?
Eu não tenho nada a falar dele, porque ele é um excelente atleta. Ele evoluiu muito do que ele era.
I value him a lot.
E eu queria uma revanche. E eu queria uma revanche.
And he values him very a lot, and he's a good challenger.
There's a question for Stuart Austin. Stuart, 2 points of contention in your fight. Do you think it should have been stopped in the first, and do you think it should have been stopped in the second?
I think it should have been stopped in the first, personally, but that's not on Doucher. I think it was a poor refereeing call. I heard at least 4 times for him to defend himself. I heard the clackers, I poured it on. I don't know how many punches I landed after the clackers, and he wasn't really defending. Like, that's not his fault. By no means. I think Doucher fought like a warrior tonight. But I think the referee made a poor call. I threw as many hard shots as I could. I tried to finish the fight, and that's why coming into the second round, I had nothing left, you know. That's the sort of position I would have paced if I didn't think the referee was going to stop it, I would have paced myself. I'd have won the round. I don't think, to me, that was a 10-8 round. If you look at it, you know how close it was, how, you know, one-sided it was, and really, like, if I didn't think the referee was going to stop it, I wouldn't have, you know, I don't know how many ground and pound shots I landed, hard shots. Come the second round, you know, he did what he had to do. You know, I think he could tell once he got me on the ground, you know, that I was tired. I needed, at the end of the day, sometimes a minute is not enough, and you have to push through, and I tried. I think, I mean, I haven't seen the stoppage, so, you know, I know he was landing hard shots, but as far as I'm, you know, I wasn't rocked. I knee shielded. As the referee was stopping it, I was using knee shield, creating space, and just starting to actually, you know, kind of get back into it, start to get my defense and awareness. And I think I should have been. I'd rather take a few extra shots if I have to. You know, like it's not. You know, we're not playing football here. You know, it's a tough guy's sport. So let me be a tough guy. He got his chance. You know, he got his chance to be a tough guy, and he proved how tough he was. And I feel like I should get mine. That's the way I see it.
First and foremost, congratulations to Dalcha for maintaining your title. My question will be as follows. As for the first round, you weren't yourself. And looking at you down, I thought it was the end of it. And pulling through at the second round, I just need to know what was going through your mind. What pulled you back? What brought you back to try to maintain that title back?
Well, first of all, I was feeling like Stuart was giving everything. I was punching hard, give everything, and I was feeling it, and I was focused, never give up, and I feeling it was give everything. Even when he shot hard ball, he was crying hard ball. When he shot the punch was give everything, and I was focused, and I know that I can get up and I can stand up and come back again. That's why I get up and come back again. Yeah.
Just a question for Gavin Hughes, if I can. Gavin, currently our lightweight champion, Don Magic Match, has taken to Twitter and he said he's seen better fights behind grocery stores, to be honest. Can I get your reply to that, and if you have a message for the champion?
Well, he can say that, can't he? Because no matter what, I'm going to fight him. So we'll see when I fight him for the title. I believe that Dion was a tougher fight than him. There are no Dion anyway. He's a tough man. So I think that title's mine.
My question is for Elvis. Elvis, congrats on the win. Did you have to mix up your original game plan knowing your original opponent pulled out because of injury?
No, not necessarily. I just fought the way I saw fit. I was also coming back from a week of sickness. I was struggling with the medicals. Actually, my blood pressure was a little bit high yesterday, so I was on a budget a little bit because I didn't know if I was going to pull through if we went the distance. And as you can see, none of us top guys heavyweights have managed to stop Nico because his fighting style is a little bit weight and counter punch. But I say congratulations to him. He fought a good fight. And I said to him, listen, this is how you start. When I arrived in EFC, I fought 2 fights. And when I fought Andrew, I was 1-1. I had 3 fights. That was my 3rd fight. And I took short notice 2 weeks. You lose nothing, you learn from that. And that builds you as a man. From there is no turning back. I mean, if he gets a fight and he's well prepared for it and is coming forward, I'm sure you'll be a serious contender.
My question's for Callum. Callum, welcome to the EFC. And in specific, did Boyd's strategy surprise you in terms of focusing on that front leg? And how much later on in the fight did that affect your game plan, particularly your wrestling and your ability to sort of impact on that fight strategy?
What surprised, his game didn't really surprise me. I knew he was a good boxer. I knew he was going to look to stand and box me. What did surprise me was the ability he's got of creating angles. He was never straight in front of me. Every time I looked for the takedown, he was away. He was angling off very well. I mean, to be fair, I've came into the EFC for my first fight. I've taken on the number one guy in the division. I'm absolutely buzzing to be signed for six fights. I'm going to go back to the gym, back to the drawing board, and I will come back stronger. And you'll see good performances for me in the future.
My question is for champion Dalcha. First off, I got to say that was one of the best comebacks I've ever seen and I've ever called commentating fights. That was fantastic, champion. That being said, a lot of people believe, and Stuart obviously believes, that the fight should have been stopped at the end of round one. That being said, would you entertain a rematch for your next title defense against Stuart Austin?
Stuart will give me a shot, I'll still moving. I'll still defending. And the referee said, champion, you must show me your defense. I was defending and moving. And he was told a hard shot. I was see Gary and defender moving. That's why I come back. That's why I come back. One me, I see got the shot to Stuart. Doesn't move. It was like he get that, but doesn't show nothing. That one that stopped the fight.
Now, will you give him a rematch? That was the second part of my question. It's the most important part. Would you do an instant rematch with Stuart Austin?
Yeah. So I need to sit with my team and think about that. But right now, like I feel like only the heavyweight come just to me, like heavyweight cut down to champion, heavyweight cut down to champion. So me also want to go up. Yeah. Why not? They can give me also a chance to go up, to face also. And I go up to face the champion, to face Van Zille. I want. In Cape Town. That's in Cape Town.
I have a question for EFC President Kyra Howard. Kyra, we're almost at the home stretch with just one more show left. Looking back on this past year, can you give us what was your favorite show? And on EFC 66, Pena versus Sayed 2, what other matchups can we look forward to?
Looking back at the year, it's been by far the best year in EFC history. It's been fantastic. We've had so many great fights, so many great new athletes coming through the ranks. I can't pick out an event that stands out the most for me right now. I had a lot of fun at a lot of different venues. It was nice to go to Sun City Super Bowl. It was cool. Nice to go to Sabaya for the first time as well. But yeah, looking forward to EFC 66 at the end of the year. It's going to be fantastic.
My question is for Gavin. Gavin, it looked like Dion, I believe, had a DAS choke on you in the first round. How close were you to tapping?
Yeah, it was deep, but I train constantly with top lads, so I'm always in them bad positions every day. The lad I've actually come with, he's actually specialises in that. So I felt like I was always defending it, always listening to my corner, my coach Tom, always the best info. So I was comfortable, to be honest.
Next question is for Elvis. Elvis, a question in two parts. So for me, when you came into the cage today, you were in your boxing shorts, and it looked like your game plan was, we're not going to the ground, we're going to box this out. Was that clearly part of your game plan, and were you never intending going down to the ground? And the second part of the question is to follow up on what Champion said. How excited are you to be able to take on the likes of Champion in the heavyweights?
About the shorts, that's all I had. Unfortunately, if I had some other shorts, I would have worn them. But I also like. I mean, that's my boxing is my background, and I see all the guys they wear Muay Thai shorts. I thought let me wear something representing my roots. And he did try to take me down, so I didn't mind going down. Going to the ground, I wanted to check out if I've learned a couple of things with Mark Robinson. And for Champion to come to heavyweight, honestly, as a heavyweight, he does have a chance, but it's also a risky move. It wouldn't be worth it. But if he wants to come, then he knows there's people like Elvis who are always willing to fight. He knows that. Champion knows. He knows there's always people like Elvis who are always willing to fight. But I mean, to me, he gets nothing from it, you see. But if he to make a deal for him outside and see if he can try and get another title in the light heavyweight outside the world and then and see if it works.
This next question is for Boyd Allen. Boyd, tonight your team fight for Malaysia went 3-3. What does that mean for you personally, and what do you attribute the team's success to?
Sure. The team's success is because of Richie and all the guys. I mean, we're really fortunate to have a coach like him. He's world class. BK put in an amazing performance tonight. He's definitely one of the best athletes in the organization. And Luke Michael made his debut for FFM and did really, really well. But it's a team effort. We've got great guys. They work hard day in and day out. And we've got a lot of people behind us and backing us. And I think that's the most important thing. We've got a good community of people, most of which are here now. And they're always behind the fighters. And they support us 100%.
Question for BK. But King, a lot of people were surprised you and JP flipping the bird at your opponent at the weigh-ins. Is this a new bad boy persona for you, or is it just for this event?
Well, he respected me a week ago, so I decided to show him disrespect back. You can't come to my country and show disrespected me, so I showed him the jungle.
A question for Stuart Austin. Stuart, I spoke to the referee after the contest, and he did explain to me that you didn't answer 4 significant strikes, and that led to him calling the fight. And with regards to Champion in the first round, most of your shots came off his elbow, and only like 2 or 3
That's
left.
not defense. If you look in the rules, if you go to a rules meeting ever, like referees, everybody up here will tell you that this is not defense. That is not intelligent defense. If you look in the rules of the unified rules of MMA, if you speak to any referee, they will tell you the same thing. If you look in boxing, it's the same. If a guy is on the ropes doing this, that is not intelligent defense. You know, like some guys, Doucher's got a great chin. You know, like knocking that guy, you know, I might as well be punching a wall trying to knock him out. But you know, like a TKO is through a flurry of punches, and perhaps, you know, like if you don't want me to fight like that, that's cool. Like I've been instructed here to fight for the finish. I tried to fight for the finish, and I don't get rewarded for that. And the way I see it, like if you want me to, I will grapple these guys into nothing. If that's what you want me to do, I will change position, and do nothing for the whole fight and stop the referee from standing me up. I can do that. Like I can do that if you want, but if you want me to finish fights, then I need a referee who's responsive to that. And I don't believe, in all honesty, imagine if you took that every single fight. Imagine what fighters would be like after that. I don't think that's responsible.
This last question's for Cara Howarth. Cara, Menlyn for the first time, Pretoria for the first time. Can't wait for that. Can you give us any kind of indication of the fighter contestants that will be there apart from Irshad and Damar fighting?
If you've been watching the show, we're 3 episodes in. Tonight's the 4th episode that goes out. I can't give you the detail on who's going to be in the finale, obviously, but I can tell you it's really exciting. You've got to keep watching that show every Saturday night at 9 p.m., building up to that live finale at Menlyn on the 16th of December. It is really, it's going to be a fantastic build-up towards, and I can't wait to be there. That's all for tonight. Thank you all. Good night.
10 of the world's best fighters living in one house, led by 2 rival champions, competing against each other over 10 weeks in search of the ultimate contender. Introducing the most explosive competition in reality TV. This is The Fighter.
What you gonna do? Yeah, nothing.
It's nation against nation, fighter against fighter, and coach against coach. It's Team Penna versus Team Syed. In the live season finale, the two remaining contenders will fight each other at Times Square Casino in Pretoria, South Africa, to see who will win a six-figure fight contract and the shot at EFC middleweight gold. Plus, the rival coaches will fight each other in the finale to settle the score and ultimately unify the EFC bantamweight title. Don't miss the Fighter finale at EFC 66, 16 December, live from Times Square Arena, Menlyn, Pretoria. Tickets and broadcast information at efcworldwide.com.